At 1:19 a.m., the co-pilot of MH370 said 5 chilling words, "Good night, Malaysian 370. 2 minutes later, the plane simply vanished from civilian radar. No distress signal, no warning, no explanation. What happened in those next few minutes, and the hours that followed, remains one of aviation's most disturbing mysteries. At 1:19 a.m., the co-pilot of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 spoke the last known words from the cockpit. "Good night, Malaysian 370. There was nothing unusual in his voice, no sign of trouble, no indication that anything was wrong. But less than 2 minutes later, MH370 disappeared from civilian radar. No distress call, no emergency signal, no communication of any kind. A modern Boeing 777 gone in the darkness." What happened in those next few minutes, and in the long, silent hours that followed, remains one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. Because the plane didn't just vanish, it changed direction, crossed Malaysia again, and continued flying for more than 6 hours after its last radio transmission. Despite one of the most expensive search operations in history, the main wreckage has never been found. In this video, we're going to break down what we know, what experts have concluded, what remains unexplained, and why. More than a decade later, MH370 still haunts investigators in 2025. This is the full story of what really happened that night. For the first 40 minutes, MH370 was an ordinary red-eye flight leaving Kuala Lumpur for Beijing. The Boeing 777-200ER climbed steadily to 35,000 feet. Weather conditions were calm. Communication with air traffic control was routine. Both pilots, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah and First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid, were experienced professionals. Nothing suggested trouble. At 1:07 a.m., the aircraft sent its scheduled ACARS report, an automated maintenance message. Everything appeared normal. A few minutes later, MH370 approached Aigari, a navigation point over the South China Sea. At 1:19 a.m. came the final voice transmission. "Good night, Malaysian 370. Calm, routine. Nothing about it hinted at the events to come. Just 2 minutes after that final transmission, MH370's transponder stopped sending signals. The aircraft vanished from civilian radar. No distress call, no emergency code, no further communication. A commercial airliner losing its transponder mid-flight, without warning, is extremely rare. And the timing, during a handoff between air traffic control centers, made it even stranger. Civilian radar lost MH370, but Malaysia's military radar continued tracking it. What they saw was unexpected. Instead of continuing toward Vietnam, MH370 made a sharp left turn. It flew back across the Malaysian peninsula, passing near its original takeoff route. Then it continued toward the Straits of Malacca and northwest toward the Andaman Sea. During this entire period, no radio calls, no distress messages, no emergency signals, no acknowledgement from the cockpit. The aircraft crossed multiple airspaces without identifying itself. The turnback was deliberate, but whether it was caused by manual action, a technical malfunction, or something else entirely, remains unresolved. By 2:22 a.m., military radar lost contact, but MH370 did not go down there. The aircraft's satellite communication system, Inmarsat, continued sending automatic hourly handshakes to a geostationary satellite. These signals showed one thing clearly: MH370 was still flying. For nearly 7 more hours. The final satellite handshake was received at 8:19 a.m. Most experts agree. This marks the moment the aircraft likely ran out of fuel and descended into the southern Indian Ocean. This region became known as the Seventh Arc, the primary search area. The southern Indian Ocean is one of the most remote, and hostile places on Earth. Depths over 6,000 meters. Powerful currents that disperse debris. Unpredictable weather. Underwater mountains and trenches. Early search operations were focused in the wrong area due to initial assumptions. Even after scanning 120,000 square kilometers of ocean floor, no main wreckage was found. But between 2015 and 2019, 33 pieces of debris, confirmed or likely from MH370, washed ashore across the Indian Ocean. A flaperon found on Réunion Island confirmed one thing beyond doubt. MH370 ended in the ocean. But without the fuselage or the black boxes, the final moments remain unknown. Over the years, investigators examined multiple theories. None explain everything, but each reveals part of the puzzle. No single theory explains the full sequence of events. What investigators do agree on is this. MH370 remained airborne for hours after radar contact was lost. The aircraft ended its flight along the 7th arc. Fuel exhaustion is the most likely cause of the final descent. And yet, the plane is still missing. There were 239 people on board, families who have waited years for answers, and still don't have them. For them, MH370 is not just a mystery. It is an open wound, a loss, without closure. More than a decade later, we know the plane turned back. We know it flew for hours. We know debris proves an impact in the Indian Ocean. But without the black boxes, we may never fully understand why. Until the wreckage is found, the final moments of MH370 will remain one of Earth's deepest unsolved mysteries. If you want more stories like this, deep dives into mysteries, history, and unexplained events, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.